All right, and Mirror get started here in the next 30 seconds and counting. So, all right, Sister Nyambi, thank you. Go ahead and share it, you guys. Let's go ahead and share it. All right. Go ahead and share it. Thank you so very much, sister, for sharing. Thank you very much. All right. T.O., welcome, welcome, welcome. Give us your name and where you're from. We're going to get started, brothers and sisters. We're excited about the little simple information we're going to share with you. Add, subtract, multiply. That's what we're going to talk about today on the money game. Hashtag black dollars. Hashtag black wealth. Hashtag black economy. Let's go ahead and get started. It's 2 minutes after. Leaders get there early. All right. So let's turn this baby around. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Let me get you set up, get Meerkat situated here. All right, all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Let's go ahead and share it, brothers and sisters, before we get started in today's message. Good morning. Good morning, T.O. All right, all right. Good morning, everybody. If you don't know me, my name is DarrellMuhammad, real estate investor, mentor, coach, sales and marketing professional, networker, network marketer, and former stockbroker for a major Wall Street firm. Brothers and sisters, we come to you every day, Monday through Friday, around this time to share with you some nuggets on how to play the money game to win. How to play the money game to win. And we're excited to bring this live stream to you every day of the week so I can give back to the community that I'm from, so I can give back to black folks in America. Brothers and sisters, it's apparent that we don't fully understand the money game. Meerkat, don't want you to fall there. We don't clearly understand the money game. It's apparent by our community. It's apparent by the statistics, the economic statistics that we get, right? The wealth gap between black and white has widened even further, and it looks pretty dreadful. All right, it looks pretty dreadful. So welcome to today, brothers and sisters, today's live stream. My name is DarrellMuhammad. You can reach me at DarrellMuhammad.net, DarrellMuhammad.net. Go there, look around. All right, let's get to know each other. Let's connect, and that's where you can connect with me there at DarrellMuhammad.net. That's where we're going to connect, and we're going to do some. Thank you, Sister Nyambi. We're going to do some things together. Last Saturday, we had our first meetup group, our first meetup conference call, and it was successful. Those who have subscribed to my webpage, and I'll have the subscription box up in the next day or two, but you can always go to comment and put your information in there if you just can't wait. But we had our first meetup conference call last Saturday with those who have signed up, who have subscribed and say, Darrell, let's connect. I want to be a part of the community that's going to do something powerful for myself, my family, and most importantly, our community. So if that's what you're about, brothers and sisters, I need for you to go to DarrellMuhammad.net, hit the comment button, go ahead and put that information in until we can get up. Walaikum salam, until we can get the subscription box back up, all right? In order to win the money game, you let nothing stop you from moving forward, right? You press forward, all right? So that's what we want to share with you, brothers and sisters. We want to talk about something simple. One thing that I've learned about the money game, one thing that I've learned being a stockbroker and learning, being on the inside looking out, and being in a position that only 1% of all stockbrokers in America, thank you for sharing, Gold Digger, 1% of all stockbrokers in America are quote-unquote minorities. That includes women and Asians and Hispanics and everybody except for you need a job, create a job. The money game is about creation. The money game is about taking what you have and moving forward with it. Create a job until you can get a job, all right? So thank you so very much for putting that in there. We all need a job. We've been given a job. When we were born, we've been given a job by God to go out into this beautiful society, this beautiful universe that He has created, and extract from it that which we want, desire, and need. That is our job, right? That is our job. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us that a bird does not stand in line to get a worm from another bird. He goes out in the same creation that God created for you and I and get a bird and get a worm. All right? So if a bird can do it, then we should be able to do the same thing too. All right? So thank you so very much. That gets us started on today's live stream about the money game. The money game, brothers and sisters, hashtag black wealth, hashtag black dollars, hashtag black economy. The ER, the doctor in the ER room helps the patient that's in the most need of help. He helps the patient, she helps the patient that is on his deathbed. All right? That's on his deathbed. He doesn't help the patient that has a broken arm over the patient that has gunshot wounds. We are in critical condition, brothers and sisters, as black people, straight across the board, but especially economically. Hey, Living Sheik, thank you for being here. I see you. Thank you so very much for your support. So we're in critical condition. So that's who the doctor in the ER is obligated to help first. Right? Obligated to help first. No matter how loud the patient with the broken arm hollers and screams, the one that's shot, right? The one that's probably unconscious but bleeding half to death will get the attention. And that's our community, brothers and sisters. That's black people. That's our black economy, our black community, especially economically. So we want to talk about today something simple. Add, subtract, and multiply. See, if you and I can do those three things, then we can win at the money game. See, part of the trick, if you will, part of the delusion, if you will, is to make it seem hard. To make it seem hard. It can't be that simple, Darrell. It can't be as simple as adding, subtracting, and multiplying. Well, why not? Of course it is. Money is numbers. Right? Money is numbers, ones and fives and tens and 20s and hundreds. It's numbers. It's numbers. So why can't it be as simple as adding, subtracting, and multiplying? Now, here's one thing that we have to understand, brothers and sisters. You know, we have to understand words and what they mean. We have to be able to clear words. We think we know words. We only know them contextually. We don't know the definitions of words. Right? So you hear somebody say something is simple. It is simple as adding, subtracting, and multiplying. But simple does not equate to easy. Let me say that again. Simple does not equate to easy. But in our minds, we might translate and think they're synonymous. But they're not synonymous. Okay? They're not synonymous. Simple is not easy. Right? Thank you, D. West. Appreciate you, man. Go ahead and share it right now, brothers and sisters. Go ahead and share it. There's not too many people that's going to come on, especially black people, that's going to come on and give you this kind of specific content, right? They don't want to offend anybody. And they don't want to seem like they prejudiced. They don't want to seem like they, excluding anybody else. All right? But that's not what we're doing here at the Money Game. That's not what these live streams are all about. These live streams are unapologetically black because somebody has to be. Right? These live streams are unapologetically black because that's where it is, brothers and sisters. That's where it is. Charity starts at home and then spreads abroad. That's what the book says. Right? Many times we don't win at anything because we violate natural laws and principles. So adding and subtracting and multiplying, it's that simple. It's that simple, but apparently it's not that easy. But brothers and sisters, if we can add, subtract, and multiply. If you look at the history of many black people in America, especially if you go back to pre-integration and segregation and out of slavery, our brothers and sisters, our forefathers and foremothers couldn't read, but they can add, they can subtract, right? And they can multiply. And they build cities like in Oklahoma, right? And they build little communities all around the country. Community meaning they were self-sufficient. They had their own grocery store, right? They had their own schools, right? They had their own clothing stores. From adding, subtracting, and multiplying. See, brothers and sisters, we have to understand, as black people, the whole idea of our foreparents prior to integration And their desire was to send us off to get more education, right? To get the education that they didn't have, that they know that they needed to get to the next level, right? So our job was to go and get the education and bring it back. But somewhere between getting the education and bringing it back, we got lost. All right? We got lost, brothers and sisters. But like the prodigal son, it's time to come on home, right? And bring this all back to our community. We've said it several times, and we'll keep on saying it on these live streams, brothers and sisters. People come from thousands of miles away, other countries, and come into our neighborhood and get rich. But when we think about the money game, we think about entrepreneurship, right? We think about everybody and all and how I can serve everybody, right? And if we do business exclusively with ourselves, many times and most times and oft times, it's by default. It's not because we intentionally say, you know what, I'm going to serve my community exclusively. And if other business come along, then great. I'm not going to turn it down. But all my time, all my energy, all my effort will be concentrated towards my community and providing the best service to my community, to the black community. Very few of us do that, right? We might start off that way, like I said, out of default. We might start off that way because the other avenues aren't open to us, right? But as soon as those avenues become open to us, we abandon and desert our community. See, that's where we go wrong. Don't get me wrong now. You know, money is green. Get it from multinational ethnic groups. But we abandon our community. We abandon our community, and that's where we go wrong. All right? So, brothers and sisters, we're talking about adding, subtracting, and multiplying. Let's go ahead and share it real quick. Thank you, Living Sheik. I appreciate you. All right? Go ahead and share it. I need for everybody right now on the live stream to share. All right? I need for everybody on the live stream to share. I'm going to do like our brother Jamal Bryant. I'm going to have a minimum count before I get started. If not, we just probably need to try something else. All right? Because, brothers and sisters, I'm looking for those folks that are like myself. Thank you very much, Lulu, for inviting. Right? I mean, I'm trying to help us out, brothers and sisters, to win the money game. You can't be selfish. You can't be greedy. You can't eat up all the knowledge on this live stream for yourself. When I was in the stock market, there's a saying that goes like this: bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. Meaning you got to know when to get in, when to get out. And if you don't, trying to be greedy and get all the money, then you'll get slaughtered. You'll get slaughtered, okay? So that's what you don't want to do. But if you just come here and don't share, then that's what's going to happen. That's what happens. You're getting fat. And you will get slaughtered. Right? You will get slaughtered. We're going to talk about in some other live streams coming up here this week. We're going to help us to understand the importance of sharing, the importance of uniting, the importance of sharing. So let's talk about adding, subtracting, and multiplying. Yeah, we blocked him, so we good, Sister Nyambe. You know, come on with it. We're in a fight. Business is warfare. So if you're not a fighter, it's hard for you going to win the money game. I'm just going to tell you straight up. If you're not a fighter, it's hard for you going to win in entrepreneurship. You're going to find yourself playing small because you're not a fighter. You have to be a fighter unconditionally. See, one thing about the money game and entrepreneurship, it has to be unconditional. See, we put too many conditions on. Yeah, I'm a fighter, but. Yeah, but. All right, so add, subtract, and multiply. Let's go ahead and get into it. We have about 10 minutes, and we'll open up for questions. Add, subtract, and multiply. All right, here's the thing that we have to do. We have to understand that we have to add the right information to our belief system. That's key. All right, don't miss that one, brothers and sisters. Please don't miss that one. Add the right information to our belief system. Not add information to our knowledge base. Add information to our belief system. Right? Knowledge base is linear. You go to school, get another degree to get knowledge base. So you can go out and get a job, right? Like the person said earlier, I need a job. See, what we're teaching you here on these live streams, on this money game, is not linear, right? It's not linear. You looking for linear income, then you go to your newspaper, you go to monster.com, you go to these other places and look for a job. See, what we're sharing with you is what you need to know to leverage the linear into something that's residual and passive. Leverage the linear to win the money game. Learn the rules of the money game to win, so you can leverage that linear, that job, that trading time for money to win the money game. All right, so we have to add the right information to our belief system. Belief system. Knowledge is linear, belief is depth. See, belief has to be drilled into your conscious, right? That comes through repetitiveness. That's why they say the repetition is the mother of learning. So we have to get this new information, brothers and sisters, and drill it, constantly drill it in our heads, constantly drill it in our heads, constantly drill it in our heads, to where it gets past the conscious, which is the linear, and it gets into the subconscious, which is your belief system. That's what that is. It's your belief system. So that's what you have to do. You have to, I have to, we have to go over this information over and over and over and over again. Get in an environment that supports that, right? That reinforces that. So we have to add the right people, the right places, and the right things to our belief system, to our consciousness, so it can pierce through to our subconscious mind, which is where our belief system is. Our belief system is not in our intellectual conscious brain. It's in our subconscious brain, right? That's what a belief system is. So what is the right information, brothers? It's the right information that would give you and I the understanding of the game itself. Give us the understanding of the game itself. A comprehensive understanding of the game itself. You just can't know the offensive side of football talking about you're a football coach, right? You just can't know the offensive side of football and say you a quarterback. You just can't know the defensive side of basketball. Well, basketball, see, you go both ways, see? So with football, you can't be defense and don't have any knowledge whatsoever about offense. So we have to have a comprehensive level of understanding of how the game is played. That includes rules, concept, rules, and skills. We covered that on the previous live stream. We have to know how to play the game, how to play it to win. And here's the big piece that most of us miss as black people. We have to know what's required to play. That's one level. And this what's required to win. That's a totally different level, brothers and sisters. Go ahead and share this stream. I tell you, brothers and sisters, I'm giving you on these live streams what I wish someone would have given to me. See, you don't know how valuable this is until you get out here in the space of financial empowerment and entrepreneurship and network marketing and all these other areas of free enterprise and in education around free enterprise and education around personal development and education around financial empowerment. Then you really don't know what you're listening to. You can intellectualize it, but you don't know the value, the deep-seated value that's here. That's why you need to share it. You need to share it, because when you share it, then what happens sometimes is your friend will say, man, he's a gold digger, man, I'm so glad you shared that with me. I got on there and checked out that live stream. Man, that's powerful. That's powerful, man. You know, because I went to a webinar, I went to a seminar, spent $1,500, and the guy said the same thing. Man, that's powerful what you got. Man, that's powerful. Man, how long has that dude been doing that? How long has that brother been doing that? Man, then what happens is, like they say, they get on and they're more dedicated and committed than we are sometimes. Right? That happened to me. A brother turned me on to Grant Cardone. He had to mention it to me twice before I took the time to find out about him. Now I'm more engaged and got engaged quicker as far as Grant Cardone is concerned, his books, his material, his learning technology, he calls it, than he did. He just watched the videos and that's it, right? So that's what happened, and that's why you share, and that's how you win at the money game. by blessing other people, and then blessings come back to you, right? By blessing other people, so that now they can think about you next time when it comes to an opportunity. It comes to information. So add the right people, places, things, the information that will get into your belief system, right? You got to drill it down every day, because if there's a lot of trash in your conscious and subconscious mind, so when it gets there in your subconscious mind, it has to battle and fight, right? So that's what you add. Subtract. What do you subtract? You subtract the opposite. You subtract the information. You get that information out of your belief system that's been holding you back. How do you do that? With that new information comes in, it'll be a paradigm shift, they call it, right? They call it a paradigm shift. It'll cause a paradigm shift. It'll allow you to look at things differently, right? Look at things differently, right? And and to the extent, brothers and sisters, that you are a contrarian, that's a stockbroker's term. A contrarian means that you always go in the opposite direction. You always going against the grain. If someone says blue, you gonna say green. If you just develop that habit, right, then you're gonna have some trouble. That's where the not easy comes from, right? That's where the not easy. That's where the not easy comes from. People need to go get a life. They're a wasted life. They're a wasted human being. They just serve no good purpose. But anyway, so that's what we have to do. We have to subtract and get out of our belief system the things that are stopping us from winning at the money game. The things that are stopping us from understanding the game, how to play the game, what's required to win at this game. We have to stop doing that. We have to get that information out of our belief system. Get that information out of our belief system. That means, now here's the hard part again, right? It's like a relay race, a hurdle, right? You relay race with hurdles, right? You run, then you got to jump over a hurdle. Run, then you jump over. That's how it is. That's how understanding, learning the money game is, and you will constantly have different types of hurdles as you play the money game and play to win. The hurdles don't go anywhere, right? So you got to be in shape. And you got to understand, hurdles will come. I don't stumble and fall when I see a hurdle. I knew it was coming. I'm ready for it, right? My step and my rhythm is right, so I can jump over this hurdle and don't lose any speed and don't lose any ground in the race, okay? So here's the tough part, right? Simple but not easy. Here's the hard part. You got to get rid of information that's affecting your belief system. That means, and I'm going to say it, we just don't say it enough in Black America. See, Black America wants to, we front end heavy. We front end heavy. We on the front end heavy, but then the back door is wide open. So we all talking about get money as a black entrepreneur. Get money as a black entrepreneur. Get these systems and this website and these autoresponders and these CRMs. Get money. Let me show you how to be a good speaker. Let me show you how to be a good motivational speaker. Get money, and the back door open. The back door and the window open. And money just going as fast as it came in is going out the back door. All right? So here's what we need to understand. Here's the hard part. Here it is. You're going to have to get rid of some people, some places, and some things. See, that's the hard part. Getting rid of people, places. Now, I mean getting rid of them. Let me clarify that. I mean you put them on pause. Right? You put them on pause for a while. You don't engage with them. Not that you don't love them. You just love yourself more. Not that you don't care about them. You just care about yourself more than their negative information, right? That unfortunately just reinforces your negative belief system. And that's what happens. There's so small good in this society and so much bad that our enemy doesn't have to worry about the little good that's out there, because he's bombarding you with so much bad. He knows mathematically we can't progress because we just don't have enough good to offset, right? Offset means it balances out. Positive one and negative one offset each other. But we can't win at the money game offsetting. We have to offset it and then advance past it. We got to advance past to now your dominant thinking is that of what is required to win at the money game. To win at the money game. So you're going to have to eliminate some people, places, and things for a period of time. Right? People, places, and things for a period of time. And to be honest with you, brothers and sisters, you need to make that permanent. Right? I had a saying, and I was talking to my sister one day, and I told her, I'd rather love you from a distance than hate you up close. See, some people, we can't change other people. It's hard enough trying to change ourselves. So some people, being that they just don't get it, they just don't want to get it, they're just not going to get it, sometimes you just have to love them from a distance. Because if you spend too much time with them up close, you'll end up hating them. And I'd rather love you from a distance than hate you up close. Because once again, that's not a mentality, that's not a spirit, that's not a vibration that I'm trying to feed. All right? Now, last but not least is multiply. Multiply. Once you get your adding down, right? Once you get your subtracting down, right? Now it's time to multiply your efforts. Now it's time to multiply the addition, right? Because after you add 10 minus 5, it leaves you with a positive 5. Now you multiply that positive 5, right? And the only way you can multiply it, brothers and sisters, is something that they call in real estate, is something that they call in network marketing. It's called leverage. Leverage. Go and clear the word leverage. We're going to talk about that maybe on another stream. If not, we'll definitely talk about it on some of our live private events there at DarrellMuhammad.net. So you definitely want to go there and subscribe. The description box will be up in the next 48 hours. But go to comment, put your information there, and then I can add you to the list. But we're going to talk about leverage. So how do you multiply? You multiply leverage. See, this symbol in math is the multiplier, right? Is the multiplier. And that's what the leverage is. 5 times, 6 times, 2 times. It leverages the number in after it, right? It leverages the number after it. And that's how you and I are going to win at the money game, understanding the multiplication process. Once you add, and you can add and subtract real well, then you multiply. Now your efforts triple, quadruple. And there's something even more powerful than multiplication. Einstein, I think, said it, that it's the greatest force in the universe or something like that. I'll get the quote for you. But it's compound. And we'll talk about that on one of our private live calls. All right? So those are the things. That's adding, subtracting, and multiplying. It's just that simple, but it's not easy. So prepare yourself for the struggle. Prepare yourself for the fight. Prepare yourself for the obstacles like these trolls that they must think that God ordained them, right? Just to be a troll, just to be, some other words. And we know God didn't commission them, so maybe Satan commissioned them to be worthless, right? To the advancement of people and of what people were put on this earth to do. So brothers and sisters, that's it. Add, subtract, multiply. That's your message for the day on how to win the money game, how to play the money game to win, and understanding these simple rules. Something simple is easy as adding, subtracting, multiplying. It's simple, but it's not easy. All right? So we're at the bottom of the hour. We're right on time today, so I appreciate you. If there's any questions, go ahead and put that in the feed, and go ahead and watch the replay and share. Share, brothers and sisters. Remember, bulls make money in the stock market, bears make money in the stock market, but pigs, they always get slaughtered. Pigs always get slaughtered, right? They don't know when to stop eating, right? They don't know anything else but to eat. So they become fatter and fatter and fatter, and they become target for the slaughter. So if there's any questions, Gold Digger, any questions, brothers and sisters, on adding, subtracting, multiplying the money game, how to play the money game to win. What are the rules to win the money game? All right, we said a lot in today's live stream. We like to kick off Mondays real strong, right? How you start something many times is how you finish it. We like to start off Mondays real strong. So watch the replay over, take notes. If you're not writing it down, brothers and sisters, then just know that it's just not important enough to you. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. You know, I'm here to make it so clear to whereas you know, lie to other people, not that I'm promoting lying, but don't lie to yourself. That's one thing we got to stop doing. Stop lying to yourself. If you don't write it down, it's not important to you. Period. Point blank. In the story. Right? See all these in-between conditions. Yeah, but what about this and what about that? If you're not writing it down, it's not important enough to you. And remember, writing it down is just the beginning. That's not the end. Well, I wrote it down while I'm not successful. Because that's not the end of it. That's just the beginning. So, brothers and sisters, thank you very much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow, God willing, at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time here for another live stream of the money game. How to play the money game to win and not to lose. What are the rules to the money game? All right? And go to DarrellMuhammad.net and hit the comment button, put your information in until we get the subscription box up. And now you can find me on penny stocks. Well, brother, I used to be a stockbroker. I don't believe in the stock market for long-term investing. Penny stocks are high risk. High. That's almost the highest risk you can take on the stock market. Probably outside of options and some other things. But what I think about it, I mean, you know, people make money, but people lose money as in all opportunities. You know, I would look at as a way to generate possibly have it be a source of a cash cow stream of income. Okay? Because, brother, to win the money game is about leverage. To win the money game is about passive income. Anytime you have to trade time for money, no matter how sexy it is and how sophisticated it is, it's still linear, right? You never build wealth that way. We'll never build wealth on a linear plane. We can only build wealth when we understand and take the linear income and drill it down and put it in something that's anchored tight to the ground, such as real estate. All right? So what I think about it, that's what I think about penny stocks. Thank you for your questions, brother. I really appreciate your question. All right? So anybody else? Wednesday is Q&A. Thank you, Carl. Wednesday is Q&A. Because see, Carl, front end. See, we heavy on the front end. But what do we do when we get the money? Get a car? Get a Range Rover? I want a Range Rover. I'm going to get a Range Rover, right? Right? But what do we do with it? Right? What do we do with it? You can invest $100 in stock, in penny stocks, and make, $1,000. Okay, now what do we do with that? Because the dollar is getting weak, Carl. The dollar pretty soon will be worth nothing. Zero. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do when it's going to take $100 to buy a loaf of bread? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What's going to happen? What's going to happen, huh? What's going to happen then? We got all this money that we done sacrificed for, right? But it's linear. We haven't driven down deep. If you had a few dollars, where would you invest? First, invest in myself, getting the knowledge on what's required to make money with the resources that I have. I don't have any credit. I don't have no money saved up. I don't have a college degree. What can I do? What can I do that can make me substantial amounts of money with those without those resources, right? With no college degree, with no get a life, Mascus, get a life, right? Without those things, right? So often we go into areas where we need those things, right? That's why you have black folks say, when I clean up my credit, then I'm gonna get into real estate. That's because they don't understand you don't need credit to get into real estate, right? When I go get my degree, I'm gonna go get it. I thought this. That's how do I know these things? Because I lived them, right? Well, I'm gonna go get a degree in finance because I want to be a stockbroker. Come to find out, you didn't need a degree in finance to become a stockbroker. A stockbroker is just a salesperson who sells financial products. We don't need a accounting degree for that, a finance degree for that. You need to understand sales. You need to understand what you are. You're a glorified salesperson. Nothing wrong with that. Look at this book right here. How to close every sale, right? Go to DarrellMuhammad.net, hit book list. Click on any one of those books. Go to my Amazon store and buy you some books on sale, right? Buy you some books on sale. If you can't sell, then you'll take whatever is left over from those who know how to sell. If you don't know how to sell, and the truth of the matter is, everybody sells, right? Everybody sells. You just don't know it. And that's just wrong. You know, you can't repeat something and become successful at it and maximize the opportunity if you don't know you're doing it. Right? You don't know you're doing it. You don't know you're doing it. So go to DarrellMuhammad.net, hit book list, and get a book entitled Sell or Be Sold. Sell or Be Sold. That's for non-sales people. Sell or be sold. Okay, before I forget, meet me at Snapchat. All right? Those are in marketing, sales, entrepreneurs, get on Snapchat. Download it to your phone, your tablet, get on Snapchat. All right? Get on Snapchat. I'm a student first before I'm anything else. I'm a student most of the time. Sell or be sold. Thanks, Sis Nyambe. I'm a student 80% and a teacher, instructor, coach, mentor 20%. Let that truck pass by. That's the money truck, ladies and gentlemen. That is the money truck. So, and he's gonna park right here like he's gonna give me some money, but it's on the way. But so that's what you have. Does it work for white people? I don't know. Will it work for white people? I don't know why you're even on this stream, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why you're on the stream, right? I don't even know why you're on the stream. You know, if there was a stream that said hashtag white dollars, hashtag white economy, hashtag white wealth, why would I be on it? Why? Just distractions, ladies and gentlemen. Distractions. See, so when you get out in the money game, right? When you expose yourself to the public, you expose yourself to everybody and anybody. So you have to stay focused. See, I just subtracted. See, we talk about add, subtracted, and multiply. See, I just subtracted. Subtracted. Adding is going to DarrellMuhammad.net and getting subscribing there. Right? That's adding. Subtracting is blocking. Multiplying and us getting together and leveraging our time, energy, efforts, and talents. Right? That's leveraging. That's leveraging, brothers and sisters. So any other questions? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Just hashtag black wealth, black dollars, black economy. Right? If you're not trying to help with that, then, you know, I will block you. Time out for that. I'm unapologetically, which means I will block you. I will block all foolishness that comes across this live stream, brothers and sisters. Know that, because I understand business is warfare. I don't have an ounce of a time. I'd rather apologize. Another rule to the money game. Another rule to the money game. Get ready to apologize a lot, because you're going to offend some people, right? You're going to offend some people. See how successful Donald Trump is financially? Because he doesn't worry about offending some people. That don't mean you be careless and reckless and unsensitive. But again, on the flip side of that, you're not walking and tiptoeing and walking lightly because you're going to offend somebody. You're always going to offend somebody when you take a strong stance. So get ready. Once again, hurdles. Get ready. You're going to offend somebody. So you just experienced the law of subtraction. All right? Law of subtraction. Those people can't help you anyway. So you might as well neutralize them as quickly as possible. Right? You might as well neutralize them as quickly as possible. So I would rather apologize for overreacting, right, than don't live my full potential because I underreact. That's a rule to the money game. Overreact and apologize versus underreact and suffer and don't live to your full potential. And God gives you your potential. So you're not living up to the standard and the level that God wanted you to live. Because if He didn't give you the potential to do it and have it and be it, then you wouldn't want it. He wants you to have it if you have the potential. If not, He wouldn't have given it to you. All right? So with anything else, brothers and sisters, any other questions? Any other questions that we can help you with? We're a little bit over because of the questions, and I'll go over, right, to answer questions. A good teacher will stay after class to help the students who are sincere and have questions, right? He or she will say, come to my office, let's sit down and I'll answer your question. Because the objective of the teacher is to have very highly successful students. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, all right, we'll see you tomorrow, God willing, at 11 a.m. Wednesday is Q&A. So you come back and get your questions ready for Wednesday, so that's all we're doing is question and answers. Thank you, Gold Digger. Thank you guys for being here. As always, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, our suffering black community needs your and my very best. We'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Take care and play the money game to win, but you have to know the rules. So watch the replays here and go to DarrellMuhammad.net, and there's some more replays there as well. All right, brothers and sisters, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. All right, Meerkatters, thanks for being here. Go to DarrellMuhammad.net, click comment, put your information in. We'll add you to the list until we get the comment, the subscription box up